don't you give up, nah, nah, nah. I won't give up, nah.
Hi, Dirt Ink here. I'm playing Dirt Ink. Jeez. Okay. Let me see the generator. Further boost. Dirt pile. Yeah. I'm making noises from down the man. Let me just exit that for a second. And what I wanted to show you is one thing that I haven't actually shown you before. It's like watching a video. I'm gonna stop talking until I find a video that's short and that I can upload fast because it has to be uploaded for the day and I can't actually miss it. Let's watch this, okay? Go from the start.
From stepping on an ant coming
Dobro.
close to a teacher's desk, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about more of the dumbest reasons students got detention. I'm Doopy.
And I'm Hellbent, and today we'll both be narrating. Number 10 was submitted by Hella Miyakoda. Spinal Palm was given detention when he was told that it was time to get off the school's computer. He replied,
"Oh sure, just let me say my work."
Just then the teacher unplugged the machine. Back then there was no such thing as autosave, so his entire report was lost. When they told him he was not getting an extension to do it again,
Sorry
Spinal
about
Palm
that.
ended up giving up on school. From that day forward, he
Sorry about that.
didn't turn in any homework and graduated with F's. And now he draws cartoons for the internet.
Number 9 was submitted by Bagoo13. Mikhailum had this insane music teacher, and whenever his classmates had their hands up, she would either ignore them or say she wasn't open to questions. So it was the second to last hour of the day, and Mikhailum was in 4th grade. He had to pee really badly, so he raised his hand and kept it raised for half of the class period until he could hardly hold it anymore. He blurted out,
I have to go to the bathroom.
She replied, No, you don't. You can hold it. You just want to get out of the classroom. Mikhailum waited another 5 minutes before saying,
I really have to go.
And she said, I didn't call on you, Mikhailum. I'm not taking any questions right now, and you can't leave until I say you can. There were 10 minutes left in the class period, and he was dying. So he got up and left, with her yelling, Where do you think you're going? Come back here. It actually turned out that holding it that long gave him really bad cystitis. So Mikhailum spent the next day in the hospital. She ended up giving him a suspension that day. What a bitch.
Number 8 was submitted by Yeah Boy Joss. Slab Tam got a detention for skipping class. The only thing about that is he was in class. It was in study hall, so everyone was quiet, including him. When the teacher called his name while taking attendance, Slab Tam raised his hand but didn't say here because he was way too focused on his work to say here. Much less turn around and check to see if she saw his hand or not. Then the next day, Slab Tam was told that he had detention. He tried to explain to the teacher what happened, but she didn't care for what he had to say. Poor little porker.
Number 7 was submitted by Zoli248. There is no detention in Pandora's country, but there is a document that a parent needs to sign time to time. If a student gets a grade or does something bad, the teachers can write a warning in it. So, when Pandora got out of the classroom, her music teacher pushed the door closed behind her. Right after that happened, her homeroom teacher in front of her got in her way, so she stopped. Her homeroom teacher asked for her document, so Pandora gave it to her. She asked,
Oh, why do you need it?
After telling her that she was writing a warning that she closed the door and it was loud, Pandora thought it was a joke and laughed. Then she got another warning for laughing at her. The next day, Pandora got back to the teacher to show that the warnings had been signed by her mother, but got another warning after saying that her mother laughed after reading the first warning.
Number 6 was submitted by Ritter in the Hat. One time in 9th grade, Honeybits got the hiccups in math class. She has unusually loud hiccups, so it was hard to ignore. But that's not why she got detention. Her math teacher had a solution for her little problem. She told Honeybits to go into the hall, hold her ear, and hop on one foot to cure them. She had no idea how it would cure the hiccups, but she did as she said. Little did she know, her fellow students could hear her and were giggling. Her math teacher came out red-faced and angrily gave Honeybits detention for disrupting class, for doing something she told her to do.
Number 5 was submitted by Creep Killa. One time, Dolan
Her-
got detention during an after-school thing
Her
while their parents
teacher
were
is
still
a
at work.
bitch.
The reason he got detention was because while another kid talked, Dolan breathed with his mouth open. The aide saw that, thinking he was the one talking, when it was the other kid. Dolan got detention for hours and couldn't go out to do anything until his parents picked him up.
Number 4 was submitted by Jimmy Vaquiers. Once in 4th grade, Emoji got a detention for stepping on an ant that had bitten him twice. He tried to show his teacher the bites, but she didn't listen to him and said that ants have feelings too. She wasn't very nice, so Emoji couldn't reason with her. He had to spend 2 lunchtimes in detention. Well, one for each ant, I guess. The other teacher he did the detention with said that Emoji must have done more than just kill an ant. He showed the teacher the 2 bites, and she let him out early and said, "This'll be our little secret." So Emoji only had to do half a lunch detention. So it's 2 weeks of detention for double ant homicide, but only half a day detention for ant slaughter. I would have taken that to ant court, although the judges can be a little bit biased.
Number 3 was submitted by NPG Mogar. So, Sid got detention for helping his buddy with his math during class. He ended up having to write the phrase, "I will not speak to others during class" 100 times after class. When Sid was done with that crap, he stood up and tried handing her the paper. She looked at Sid with a disgusted face and asked him who gave him permission to come into her desk area. He was in the front of her desk, therefore not really in her area. She told him to write another 100 damn sentences saying, "I will not come close to the teacher's desk without permission." That shit had him heated. After he finally finished the damn thing, Sid asks,
Can I come to your desk to hand in my papers?
he gave her the papers, but she looked at him in the eye and crumpled them into balls. She threw them away and said, "Goodbye." Sid wanted to smack her so damn bad.
Number 2 was submitted by Okakami Tito. In primary school, when Gergak was 9 years old, a teacher gave him a 10-minute detention for holding the handrail while walking up the stairs to go to class. When Gergak asked why, she said that by holding the handrail, he was taking the mickey out of old people because he was too young to use it. To make matters worse, when Gergak said,
Come on, but that's really unfair.
she doubled his detention.
Number 1 was submitted by me. So, when I was in the 4th grade, I had a friend who did everything with me. One time we had a test in geography, and I remember I studied extremely hard for that test. So when the time came, she sat next to me, and while I was writing down my answers, she copied mine. I didn't think it was a big deal because I let her copy my work all the time. But she wasn't smart enough to change the answers a bit around so that it didn't seem like she was copying me. So the next day, the teachers came up to us and asked us, "Okay, it's clear that you have the same answers, so who copied who?" She wouldn't admit to anything, and I wasn't gonna rat on her, so they made us retake the test. The thing is, I had burned myself out from remembering the answers before that I blocked all of that shit out and completely forgot what my answers were. So in the end, she ended up having a better grade than me, and they thought that I was the one who copied her, even though it was the other way around, and I got in trouble for it.
You